What's up, guys? Welcome to our podcast where it's three guys talking about our lives, the world, and how it goes. Today we're being joined by our guest, KB. So we're gonna kind of pick off kind of ish where we left off last week, where we were talking about relationships. But this time, guys, how do you think? What do you think makes a relationship last? What's most important in a relationship?
And catch it. I feel like the most important thing in a relationship is communication. Without most important thing in a relationship is communication. Without communication, you would never know what's going on in your relationship. So, KB, what you think?
I say communication because sometimes you gotta speak up because you never know what somebody going through, mentally, physically, spiritually, sometimes financially. I mean, some folks can get lost in the sauce, you know what I'm saying? But hey, what you think, Mikal?
So I'm gonna let Tay go, and then I'll put my input in.
Me personally, I think it's honesty. I feel like once you be honest or come out to what I'm saying, how you feeling or whatever, then the communication will fall into place after honesty. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel.
Yeah. Originally I was on the communication train, and then I just kind of felt, after hearing that, it is a lot about honesty. I think a combination of communication and honesty would obviously be what's best. But personally, if I had to have one, I guess I'd go with honesty because honesty turns into communication. If we're unhappy in the relationship with me, if you're unhappy in the relationship with me, I'd expect you to be honest and telling me, that rather than going on and cheating, or maybe we can come on to the solution of a problem that, we both benefit from.
Right.
I can agree.
Right.
I can agree.
So,
But to run a relationship, it takes more than just one thing.
Of course. But that was we was talking about the number one. You know what I'm saying? Like what's top? Like what's the most important?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
After honesty, after communication, then what?
Yeah.
Then what?
you gotta have a lot of things for a relationship.
Maybe
Patience too.
a bond,
Like
bigger than.
So what do you guys think? Do you think that you can look at somebody out and probably be like, oh, she's cute, and then create a relationship from there? Do you think it's healthier to start a relationship with somebody that you've known over the years?
Sometimes think about it. Before you knew that person over the years, where it started, they were a stranger to you at one point. So sometimes you gotta open your mouth. Hey, how you doing? Start a conversation, and then you keep that conversation going. It could lead up into big and bad things, and then you might have met your soulmate for life. You really never know.
Yeah, and then I also feel like there's somebody you already know. You know them as a friend as far as that aspect. They're a whole totally different person once you start dating them, especially over a span of certain months. So
I feel like honesty is the most important, but it starts with communication. Cause the person I'm with now, I never thought it'd be, you know what I'm saying?
What it is.
What it is. So
Like me and my girl.
Yeah, me neither.
She was a shoot. She was the girl I'm with now. She was a stranger at one point. She just somebody I'm like, dang, let me give it a shot. So then, like you said, I had to communicate with her, get a bond going. Then, we had a couple bumps in the road. Well, we just had to be honest, tell the truth. This ain't working out, that ain't working out. Had to come with some solutions.
Word.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, yeah. Let's talk about friends. Friends. And I don't mean associates. I feel like a lot of people are so quick to call anybody their friend. And
already say that's it.
that a friend to me is y'all. You know what I mean? Like, friends are I have associate, friend is family type deal. You know what I mean? Like, you're either tight on me, or you're not with me at all, because there's just too much room to have that many people, close enough to hurt you, but over here, so I guess I personally, not even just going through high school, but ever since, always, like, I've been a popular kid, but I've never wanted to hang out with popular people. I've never wanted to hang out with groups of people. I've always been me and wanted to hang out with my few select friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, because you're not really about like being in that crowd of, people that they say is quote unquote popular.
Right.
And I can see why. Because a lot of the times those people be like a bunch of people that just try to fit in with each other, just try to fit in with the trends, and they might be looked at as this, like, not want to say some type of celebrity, but
Just how people treat.
they treat them like celebrity, like a head honcho or something.
Right.
But I'm not listening.
That's true. That's a true story.
And they have so many followers, and they don't have enough people to tell them, like, tell them the truth about themselves and what they're doing wrong. They have a bunch of yes men.
True story.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but all of us in here today, like, yeah, we're all close, we're all cool, but if we're wrong, we're gonna tell each other we're wrong, whether we like it or not. We're gonna argue, we might fight about, we might disagree, but at the end of the day, we'll be like, man, you wrong for that.
That's what my brother does.
That's what the brother.
That's what somebody who care about you gonna do.
No, and yeah, we might, argue, might end up not talking to each other for a while, but sooner or later, then I'm gonna come back around and be like, you know what, man, like, maybe you was right, maybe, that was just for the best for us to see each other where we were coming from.
So I am curious, and you guys can let us know, like, I wonder if that's just a high school thing, or if that's just like everywhere. I hope it's a younger thing. I'm just now like entering the adult world, the real world, where you gotta take care of yourself and all stuff like that. And to me, that concept just seems like really childish. So I wonder, is that like, how long does that last? At what point, if you're the yes man, at what point do you, come back and be like, maybe I need to start thinking for myself, working for myself,
I feel like that happens for some people when they get to college or whatever they do outside of high school. Because I know personally for me, when I got to college, it was one dude in particular, I'm not going to say no names, but, going to high school, he was always the yes man. He had the yes boys running up on his coattails, they dusting his shoes off, licking the bottom of his feet, all that type of stuff. So it was like, when he got to college, he started from the bottom again. He not that dude with all that fame popularity. So it's like, he had to humble himself. At first he did, but he kind of got into, and I had to remove myself from him because I realized he still had that, like you said, childish high school mindset where he feel like if you don't agree, you can't be around him. And if I don't want to be around somebody who, if I say 2 + 2 is 6, they agree with me.
Right.
I get what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, you right. No, I want you to tell me I'm wrong, correct me. If I don't understand it from your way, you explain it to me. I'm explaining to you, but that's just how it is. The person, I feel like once you get out of high school to that college level, when you really start from the bottom again, that's when a lot of stuff changes for some people.
No, I don't really have friends. Like, I don't really have friends. Like, it's like all like brothers. Like for me, like I don't really. I would say like I was one of those like popular guys in high school that y'all talk about. So it was just like, for me, it was like people coming to me type stuff.
Yeah.
Like I don't go like engage or encounter like with nobody.
So that's what I'll say about you. You weren't the popular kid, like High School Musical, sit at the popular kids table, but you were.
I was really one of the nerds. Like I would say a nerd, but like one of the mediocre guys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like what they would
my
say,
mentally.
lame. What they'll say,
Yeah.
lame.
Like with me, I feel like for my first 3 years of high school, I was really under the radar, just kind of humble. I'm still humble now, but I wasn't really out there like that. In my senior year, my name started getting thrown around to different conversations, and I started being this known guy, but that's not what I wanted to be. My goal when I came to school, to get my diploma, get to college. Of course, other things come on. You're going to meet different people who end up being friends for the rest of your life.
Right.
But, with me, for the most part, it was more of my name got thrown around in certain crowds because they seen different things I was accomplishing, which caused other people to know my name, which caused for some people to say, my popularity level to rise, even though I never really looked at that as something like I wanted.
Yeah, I mean, I never wanted to be the popular guy either, but it was probably because I was decent at ball. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I never like I was saying, like I was.
Don't do that. He wasn't decent. He was good. Stop.
He was good.
Bro, I was decent. So like, I mean, I never really go like search for friends.
Yeah.
So like for me, like I was raised to like really not trust people or like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you came to me like showing like if you were like too good of a friend, it's like what you want.
Trying to.
You know what I'm saying? Like what you want, like.
Yeah.
So did you feel like that about me?
No, like well, at first, but like once we started like hanging around each other, kicking it, like I saw it was genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like.
That's something I feel like you can't always judge somebody off their first impression.
Right. Like I feel like you got 3 trials with me. You know what I'm saying? Like if you just like you just eager to be my friend, like you want something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, like you want something.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
Yeah, but like for me and Tay became friends. He didn't really like me for real.
Yeah. When he came from Moody,
He didn't like me.
Why not?
I don't
just
know.
then, bro. Like I was just raised to like not really having friends, bro. Like all I had was my brothers at home type stuff. So it was just like, man, I'm cool. Like I'm gonna pop it alone. Like I can kick it by myself for real.
And for me, what they were different is kind of, I mean, they would just click off the jump. Like from the first conversation we had, and it just grew into some, you know, to more of a friendship. You know, he had different. We talked about certain things. He gave me his opinion on certain stuff that I didn't even agree with. I'm telling my brother, this Moody give me his opinion and all that. But at the
not
same
from
time,
Moody, but I moved. I was raised in Adamsville.
you're a mighty Moody guy.
No, I spent 3 years.
The Purple Devils, boy.
Eminem, Minor Moody.
But yeah, you know, and then it's some people that from the jump is like, dude, I don't like you. But once we start hanging around each other more, start conversating more, it's more of a like, okay, yeah, this dude genuine.
Maybe he can be an associate.
Yeah,
I would call
associate.
him my brother.
No,
You know what I'm saying? But maybe he can be an associate.
that brother word, some people they throw that around too much.
Yeah, way too
It's
much.
real
I
genuine.
know a couple folks like
I know a lot of people.
Your brother's not your yes man. Your brother is not the person that's always behind you telling you that you're doing right. That's not your brother.
And
He
the
gonna
crazy
tell
part
you when
about
you're
it,
doing wrong
all the time.
all the time.
And the crazy part about it, the people I call my brothers, I have been friends with for over, I want to say 10 years now.
True story.
Like seriously.
Well, how long we been on each other?
Since what, second grade.
Yeah. Been a long time.
And it's like, I ain't gonna lie, when I left, because a lot of my friends, you know, y'all went to Vinefield. I went across the border and went to Glendale. I ain't gonna lie, I was hurt about that. Like, I was like, I'm finna lose my guys, but we stayed in contact, we stayed in touch. You know, when I came back, I was so happy when I came back. It was like, these still my guys. And then look at us now. You know, the same people I came in with, the same people I walked out with.
I just feel like, man, our brother is just like, man, love will make y'all know closer type stuff.
Right.
Like I got a partner, Guri. Like man, like that's my dog. Like
Yeah.
he tell me when I'm wrong and I'm right, most time I'm wrong type stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like he tell me, like he let me know. So it's just like we just got old souls and like we just connected off real.
Connect. That's how I am with my homeboy Trey. You know, Trey, he's a guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
He's a guy.
of many different personalities. I say that. But that's my dog though. You know, we've been rocking since first grade, back at the park playing football. You know, Trey asked me for advice on a lot of different stuff. You know, most times he don't comprehend it until later on, but I still look out for him because I don't want to see my dude do nothing wrong. You know, that's my guy. So it's like you, and I'm talking to the people in the crowd, don't throw that brother word around so much. Because it could be this dude right here you call your brother, he'll stab you in the back just like that. Like for real. Like just keep it at a minimum. You know, don't tell too many people your business. Don't tell this one person all your business. Because you tell the wrong somebody all your business, you know they're using it against you in the first argument y'all get. They can end up hurting you mentally.
I mean, the quickest, for me, honestly, the quickest way to see who's really for you and who's not, I'd say two. Your highs and your lows.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who's with you with your lows, I know it sounds cheesy, but somebody who's with you with your lows is gonna be your brother. If they met you at your low, maybe not so much. You know, maybe they feel like they gonna help you so that you can help them. You know, but somebody who's with you with your highs, your lows, and your mediums. When you ain't got nothing going on, you just
Right.
You just living.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True
Like
story.
somebody who doesn't benefit from your relationship, basically.
Right.
And it's
Like-
male and female as
Because,
well.
Facts.
right, because you can be, when you at the highs of highs, man, everybody want to be around.
Everybody want to be your friend.
But you won't know who's your real friend until you hit like rock bottom and who's still there.
Even the girls you call sister,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Even the girls you call sister, you gotta watch that sister word too.
Mhm.
Like that's just as big as brother word.
And I've had female friends, but trust me, when I was rock bottom, one really outside of my mom, only one girl stayed right there with me, and that was my little sister. You know, of course, family first, and then shout out to my girl, she was right there as well. You know, when I was down bad, recently, I lost somebody who was very, very important to me, and I feel like I was in my lows, and she was right there to help me get through everything, get myself back to me. So I cherish people like that who always look out for me, even when I don't even ask something. Hey bro, a simple, hey bro, you good, you straight, how you been, or even just I love you. People throw that love word, L-O-V-E, they throw them 4 letters around too much.
Right.
And I feel like if you don't mean it, don't even let that word come out your mouth, because some people, that one word could make their day. It could just turn it all the way around.
Man, even the people that I love to hell and back, I don't say that word every day, because as much as I want you to know it every day, I'm gonna show you in my actions, but I want you to understand how premium that word is coming out of my mouth. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like everybody else says it, I love you, they just use it whatever, but that word is premium coming out of my mouth. When I tell you that,
Right.
you mean something.
And by the way, for let y'all know, it's a difference between I love you and love you. Big difference, in my opinion.
That's another topic for another day.
That's for another day.
Yeah.
I mean, we can get into it.
I mean, we got time.
We got time.
If you want to get into it, get
We
into
got time. So how like say like okay, your dad sent you like love you type deal, and your girl sent you love you. Is it? I
With
feel
me,
like
Not
it's
the
just
same thing.
With me, I feel like it's not the same, because it's like the way I was raised with my dad, it was just more of a like
tough love.
tough love.
Okay, why your girl can give you tough love?
Because I ain't never had a woman give me tough love before.
Okay, just because it's uncomfortable don't mean it's not right.
I'm not saying that she don't love me, but like with her, for us, it's more of a I love you. This shit that I in front of, because a lot of people, you can meet a stranger on the street and say love you, dog. Give a homeless man some love.
But
you, bro,
it's
please,
coming
please.
from me. So why do I gotta say I? It's coming from me. I don't say love you. I don't.
Yeah.
I personally saying I love you.
Right.
But I just feel like if somebody sent love you, like okay, it's coming from them
It's the
type
same
deal.
thing.
Like it's
but
coming.
it don't. But like my thing is, when you put that I in front of it, is really saying like, okay, I like really mean it. Like I really do love it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying love you,
No,
like, yeah,
that don't what that mean.
That
If you really meant it, you would say I really love you. But it's just I love you. Like, but
I know for some people, like for me, that it's just more of
That-
like the icing,
stamp?
the icing on the cake.
That stamp.
I don't need no icing on my cake.
But I like icing. I don't like just eat bare bread. You know what I'm saying?
I guess everybody got their own opinion. How you feel about it?
Honestly, bro, I don't think it has any like important meaning.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing like, oh my God, man.
Like I prefer my partner to say I love you, but if they say love you, it's like, all right.
I mean, like, if I say I love you, I expect her to say I love you.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if I say love you, I wouldn't be mad if she say love you too.
Okay, this one.
Like if she sent me love you, I'm gonna
Yeah.
say love you too.
Right. Like what I'm saying more of like I would have a problem like, okay, I say I love you and they be like love you too. I was like,
With the number
nah.
two.
But like with this,
And
though,
with the number 2.
Nah, they're not.
Or
She
I-
just might be in the
I-
mood.
or
She just
I
might be in
or
the. She just might be in the mood.
and that's something like I feel like with
She
girls.
don't feel like texting. Like,
L-U-V.
Now that my girl ain't never. Now she had said L-O-V too, but like most of the time when she say love, it's more like we get on the phone like, hey, man, I'm finna go to work. I'll call you when I leave. She's like, okay, love you. I'm like, I love you too, but like, that L-U-V 2 or that I-L-Y
2.
The illy.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
L it's
Illy.
like, hold on.
Now, illy, I do feel some type of way.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, like when they say I-L-Y, like with the letters like that.
I know had that.
What if your girl say, like you said, I love you, she said illy too?
And then too, it all depends on the person that
That
it
would
is.
feel no type of way? We're like, that's weird. For me, honestly, that's weird.
You'll say something about it.
I probably would.
Like you'll be like, hold on.
I'm like, what is that?
Right. Like,
What is that?
what's up with you?
Like, what that mean? Like, I'll make her say it type.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I guess it's just for David. I guess maybe he sees it as like an expression.
Mm-hmm.
Like you saying I love you is just like you showing a further expression rather than just saying love you.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I love you too sounds more compassionate.
It's like taking that extra step.
But
like you said, icing on the cake, but you don't need no icing on the cake.
I eat fuzz around.
And it's like at the end of the day,
He got for Dollar Tree.
That double decker, hey, yo, eat that double decker fudge right out about.
hey,
Spin it.
hey.
If it fresh,
The double.
I got to chew.
I got you, boy.
We just going around.
nah, for real. But I don't really like look at that like too big of a deal type deal. Like type stuff. I don't know. Like if I say I love you and you say like love you too type deal, I mean I just feel like it's coming from you, so I feel like
Then too with some people they may say love you because they feel like that it's like a whole nother, like you said, another step. It's like another like, okay, like some people don't know what love feel like. They don't truly know what love is. You know, so that love you, that might be something they have heard all their life and they feel like that's the creme de la creme, you know, the cream, the top thing. Yeah, so it's like, for me, I love you has always been, my grandma told me this, she always said, you know, I love you can go a long way because you're going to hear a lot of people say love you, but that I love you is very rare.
Yeah, like I don't, like personally, like me and my girl don't use like love.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't say I love you. Man.
Do you feel like it's because you haven't like you're not in love or you're not you?
No, it's
you
just
haven't made it there yet.
It's like instead of we felt like saying I love you and I love you too is just like an agreement.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like so instead of saying like I love you too, like I'm loyal to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm loyal to you too.
Mm-hmm.
Type deal. Like it's not like love. Like we don't use that.
And I feel like love is more like a feeling. Well, no, not a feeling. I think it's more action.
Man, love
than
is
anything.
Love is a feeling.
Love is
action.
awkward. Love is weird.
It's crazy.
Love is.
How do you
It's like that,
explain
but
it?
Love will have you doing some things.
It's like that because it's so rare.
Yeah.
You know, true love, real love, mama love. I want to say it. Mama love.
What different levels of love?
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
First,
So,
there's no love over that mama love.
I rather
No
just.
matter.
No. I agree because I have a good mom, but it's subjective because not everybody has a good mom.
And then in the Bible, it says once you marry, your wife comes before your girl. I mean, for your mom.
Yeah, that's what it
That's
says.
true.
So like,
I'm
don't no love go over your wife love.
Well, I'm not.
True.
Really
Well, it's
True
on
love,
this
I say
type,
that.
But it's different type of love.
True. I was gonna say because go ask my mom right now. I'm like, Mom, who you love, me or more? She'll me or dad. She'll be like, it's different type of loves. He can provide me with things that you can't, and you can provide me with things that he can't.
Y'all don't want to get into all that.
Yeah,
but
but
it's-
it's starting this debate in this house. Man.
Just provide how you provide, big.
For sure.
You do what you can, man.
I don't know what my stepdad can provide to her. I don't know. I don't want to know.
Man, saying such a I can be bad thoughts.
But your mom and dad still married though, bro.
Yeah, they still married, but I mean, shout out my folks.
You walked in on something you ain't want to see.
Let's change the subject.
Right now.
Oh, man.
That is cool.
But no, like that tough love is like for me, it was like that parent love is like, let's say I was a hooper. You know, I love to hoop. I may drop 25 points.
This is a question. Do you feel like it can be like a love can be like just too tough?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I feel like love can be so tough the way it don't feel like love.
that was me and my dad.
That's me and my dad as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Luckily, we've come around.
But it's still love though.
I know, but it don't feel like love.
It don't.
It
Sometimes
don't.
it don't.
But-
But once you grow up and understand why he did it,
Which
it's
is
love.
why
With
we're
me.
such good
Exactly.
in such a good
That's the
relationship.
thing.
when you
young, you're
So
not
it
gonna
wasn't too
understand
tough.
But no. What we trying to say is when you
Too
like
tough
5,
for me
6,
at that
7,
point
8,
in time.
9. When you a little kid, you so used to your mom nourishing type of love. Then your dad get this type of tough love. And like, yeah, you feel like he love you, but he get that love the way it feels like, it's so tough to the point like, man, I don't even think my dad love me.
Because look,
I
so
ain't never
your
questioned
mom,
that.
for me, my mom
But no,
was
you
my
don't have a
first.
question of course, but like it just be like, dang, it don't feel like it.
I used to always feel like he was so like,
Yeah.
But it was more like
So look,
he did it because he didn't want me to be like him. He always wanted me to be better than him because like he told me from the time he held me, he seen that potential like he gonna accomplish 20,000 times more things than what I could have accomplished at these ages.
so I feel like honestly, it's a lot about your perception of love. Well, who's the first person that holds you when you come out? Your mother. And what is she doing when you? What is she doing? Shut up. It's your mama. And what is she doing? She's holding you, nourishing you, looking
you
at you.
feel like
telling
it's
you-
your mama.
I feel like
Every
What I'm
baby
saying
that came out wasn't held by their mom.
Someone probably
Some
their mom.
doctors
Probably
give
their
it to the dad.
Yeah.
I know I was telling my mom. I seen the picture.
okay. So one thing that's like fact, when you're held by your mom and they give you that skin to skin time, it's essential for babies. It quite literally creates a bond.
Instantly.
I feel like when you start like not trying to be funny, like when you suck on the breast.
That's
That's
also
true.
like
That's true.
also like scientifically
That's that
proven. Like it
nourishing,
creates
that
another type of bond between the child and its mother. So what you receive from your mother is like your first, perception of love. My mom is always nice to me. She's loving me. She's holding me. She's telling me how great I look, how great I am. And then you got dad coming in. So for me, I felt like my dad didn't love me, but I knew he did. So my dad was a coal miner, and coal miners have to work 6 days a week, 365 days a year, and you get a break maybe every now and then.
Yeah.
So I
That's
saw my dad once a week, and if I didn't see him on Sunday, then I just didn't see my dad for the week. You know what I mean? So. Not that he was an absent father, because he's not out here doing something crazy. It's just when I got home, he was at work. When he was at work, I was asleep.
Let me ask
I mean,
you
when
this. Yeah, we all play sports, right?
Right.
So everybody, I feel like sports for some people in the two-parent household kind of draws them closer with their father because they feel like sports are more masculine. And I feel like, well, I know I ain't gonna say most. I say in my case, So, but I'm a mama's boy. I'll admit it. I'm a mama's boy. So like, I have a good game. I'm going straight to mom first. Mom, how I do? Oh, you did good. I go to dad, or he'll yeah. It's dude,
so to correct you on.
right? It's like,
It's like
dude,
they
don't care. Like that's the way I felt about it.
Like, let me
But
celebrate for a little bit.
But then too, it was times where mama did the same thing. Literally, I ran scored 3 touchdowns. Oh, you could have did this better. You could have did that better. But I feel like some people, with some parents, the way I have looked at it and the way I have seen things, some parents get too caught up in the social media aspect of things. Like they trying to take this picture. Oh, this my boy. This my son. He
trying to use your child as a trophy.
Right, but then
or retirement plan.
Right, but little do we know in the house, he barely talking to him. Some people physically abusing their kids.
Man, honestly, bro, my mom was my dad. Like, since I was 4.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she been taking me to every game. My mom missed my first game. Well, I think it was my junior year. She started driving trucks.
Yeah.
So she was out on the road type deal. And it was just like when I looked up in the stands, she wasn't there. It was just like,
dang.
you know what I'm saying? But after the game, she baby, you did so good. You did good. I recorded you, 2 touchdowns type deal. But, I feel like you could have had 3 or 4 if you just, hug the guard a little bit. You know what I'm saying? This coming from my mom. Hug the guard. What you know about this? You know what I'm saying?
But she applied herself to know the game for you.
So, my situation was, y'all know I was a gymnast.
Yeah.
Dang good gymnast.
Yeah.
Second year competition or third year. third year competition, I win state. Best gymnast in the state of Alabama. And I come, I get to the stand, my mom's just hugging me, like, you did a great job, I look to my dad, and he's like, your feet was flexed on floor. You had a bad floor routine. And I did, but Dad, I just won state. I know that I have to, get back in the gym and get better so I can go win regionals, but can I get 5 minutes to celebrate this accomplishment? And then I also felt like you don't know what you're talking about. You don't like you said, you don't know nothing about no gymnastics.
Like you ain't never did this before.
Like what?
Little do we know, they research certain stuff.
Like they research, they watch. Yeah.
It's different when your child playing this, doing that activity.
For me, it was just like, man, my dad in the game, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he take a picture with me type deal. Mm-hmm. And he post on Facebook with my son, you know what I'm saying? Did this, that, and the third. And we probably talk once that week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, once that week about something that didn't even pertain to me. Will you pick your stepsister up, take a woo type deal?
What's up?
I always felt like my birth father would, cause I know I'm gonna make it big somewhere. No matter what I do, I'm gonna make it big somewhere. So I always felt like my birth father was gonna be, try to pop up out of the weed. Like, yeah, that's my son. That's the guy. Cause I remember when I was going through my adoption process, and I'll never be able to make sense of this. Going through my adoption process, I'm living with two people that are in love, showing an endless amount of love. My dad is treating me like one of his own and nurturing me, loving my mother, being a great dad. And rather than my birth father realizing that, when I was getting adopted, obviously you have to have consent from both of the parents. So obviously my mom consented, but my dad, my birth father, didn't. Mm-hmm. And he's in jail. So you're in jail telling me that this person who is working 6 days a week to provide a wonderful lifestyle for me, you're telling me that I'm not allowed to have that. Like, I can't have that. And I'll just never understand that. Like, what?
Some people just like, man, if I can't have it, can't nobody have it. You know what I'm saying? All right, so. I'm
just like, bro.
Me personally, if I had a baby, bro, I'm not giving my baby away. Like, I'm not signing nothing for nobody to take my child. Like, that's just me. I'm not selfish, but like,
even if you're in jail, haven't provided, so the thing that irritated me was I haven't seen my dad since I was 3 years old. And already at the age of 3, I was able to make the complete sentence when my mother asked me, hey, have you talked to your dad? She was like, have you talked to daddy? At the age of 3, I was able to say, he never answers. So I don't call anymore. You hurt a 3-year-old that bad to the point where they're able to understand that you don't care about them anymore, bro? Like you gotta understand the type of toll that takes on somebody. You know what I mean? And growing up with that, to continue to live with that. And it's like, you're not doing nothing for me, bro. Like, I'm living my best life here right now. And you're in jail and you're trying to tell me that you don't want my adoption to happen? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't ever see you going to jail, but you telling me if you go to jail, the child that you haven't seen since he was 3 years old, that you haven't called, like my dad hasn't, my birth father hasn't called me, texted me, emailed me, sent a happy birthday in the mail. The first time that I heard from him in over 12 years was him telling me that I can't be adopted.
That's what we remember for the rest of your life.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not okay. So you
it's different.
You feel me? Like,
and that's a part of what a lot of people hear. Everybody's story is different. We all get up the same. We all put on clothes. We all go to school. We go do what we gotta do.
No, we don't put on clothes the same. What order do you put your clothes on?
See, look, you going too deep.
I start underwear, socks, short.
Hey man, just know I'm dressed when I gotta be dressed.
I put my shoes on before I put my pants on.
You do that? You do that? But you put your shoes on for your pants? I was about to say my daddy was doing that sometimes.
Oh my God.
Wrong big days.
Oh no, boy. I was like, but how you? But he was like, man, cause I don't want to put my, I don't want to have my pants. I already ironed them. I put my shoes on, then I put my pants on, so I don't have to, you feel me, sit down or nothing, so my pants won't get wrinkled.
Yeah, my shirt is the last thing I put on.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, shirt. Yeah.
I put my socks on for my pants though, cause like I hate to like
Yeah,
put
because
my pants on then roll my
you know, they like this, and you gotta, you know.
Your socks.
Alright, but you know, everybody get up the same, everybody put on clothes.
But everybody's story different. You don't know what folks go through at home. Like, you know, for like Tay, you know, he lost his brother, that was his road dog, his best friend. Even during that time, he came to school. You know, a lot of people who didn't know him, like, you know, most of us, we knew the stuff they had going on, the stuff they went through. And he'll go to school smiling all day, laughing, joking. But it's like, you know, if you don't know what's really going on, you would think everything all good. That's the thing. I feel like a lot of people be too quick to judge people based on what they see. You know, people, I have had to where people that came to me, you got a perfect life. Your mom and dad stay with you, got this car, this phone, that, and the third, but you truthfully don't know, you know, that for years, I see my mom and dad argue every day, all day. You know, it was a time when they separated. My dad didn't even tell me that he was leaving, you know, but yet, I always knew I can't let that shut me down. If I let that stop me and shut me down, I'm not going to be able to accomplish what I want to accomplish in life. So at the end of the day, it's going to be a lot of bumps in the road. It's going to be a lot of different situations that you're going to go through in life because, you know, eventually we all going to lose our mom. We're going to lose our dad. We're going to lose more people in life, whether it's death or not, that are important to us. But at the end of the day, we can't let it shut us down because suppose when you lost your brother, you just let the whole world stop. You didn't care about nothing else. You wouldn't be who you are. You wouldn't be the same. Same with me. My grandma, I could have just shut down. I was literally just started school. I could have said, I'm not going to school, missed out on a degree, missed out on a whole great life outside of that. But, you know, you just got to persevere through a lot of different things because at the end of the day, you know, time don't stop for nobody, regardless.
Man, I'm going to keep it on being. When my mama heart stop, I'm stopping the world. I ain't gonna do it no more. I'm gonna just stop.
That's your mom, like.
That's how you feel. That's how you feel.
Yeah, but
when it really happened,
but real, if I don't have something to motivate me, like if I don't have another
God
reason,
will give you something.
God gonna put somebody in your life.
But you know, I'm
yeah,
not religious.
Sometimes you gotta be your own motivator.
Right.
Motivate yourself.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna sit here and lie to y'all. When I was trying to help him, check on him, you know, I told him, but I understand what you're going through, because that's always what I always heard. And when he was like, no, and I ain't gonna lie, when I went home, and I was like, dang, how would that feel? I lost my sister. I'm like, I'll be hurt too. But at the same time, you really can't just sit and say this how I be, because you really don't know until it actually happens.
Yeah, because like, a lot of people was telling me, like, I know what you're going through, this, that, and the third. And, like, they didn't. Like, the people, like, once you lose a sibling, man, it's like, or once you lose something, like, important, like, a lot of people are come that, like, that you didn't know going through the same stuff. Like, Miss Hendricks.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She lost her brother. Coach Tulo just recently lost his mother. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot of people, like, bro, that lost a sibling that still hurt. Like my Uncle Shard, like bro, he lost his sibling 7 years ago, and it still feel fresh. And that was what was scary for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so 7 years from now, I still be feeling like this. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like.
And I didn't know how you felt until y'all didn't know I had an older sister. You know, my stepsister. And I didn't know how he truly felt until I lost my sister. When I got that call and they said she had passed, I'm like, the whole world stopped. I feel like I was like, everything was going in slow motion. It was just like a dark cloud of sadness just came upon me for a long time. And it was like, dang, bro, like, you were the first person I hit on. Like, how did you do this?
I said the exact opposite thing to say. I don't know if you remember this, but when I texted you to check on you,
You was like, I don't know what you're going through, so I'm not
going
gonna say it. Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say that because I don't.
Yeah.
But I just want you to know I'm here for you because that type of loss is unbearable.
It's heavy.
Now, me on the other hand, when Tay was going through that, I was more of, okay, he know I'm here for him, but I'm just gonna give him his space.
Yeah, I don't
But
want to be overwhelmed.
I don't want to overwhelm him because I know everybody gonna be like,
him you
Because I knew everybody was sending them up.
exactly. So I'm like, you know
what?
what? He gonna come to me when he ready, but he already know like what it is, and I'm here for him. So I'm gonna just give him his space, and he gonna come to me when he ready.
Right.
So yeah, but I gotta say to y'all, like, if y'all lost a sibling or somebody close, like, but hey, just talk to people, like, honestly, like, cause the world don't stop, bro. Like, I mean, you walk around like mad and sad and stuff, like, but the world don't stop, bro. So like, just engage, encounter, interact with people, type deal. You'll get like, I mean, you won't get over it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes like, it won't get better. You'll feel like it won't get better. Like I take trips, like a lot. Like y'all know I take trips, and like I cry on trips because like I feel like my brother should be here, like, or you know what I'm saying, with me type deal. So like, bro, just like touch, like continue to touch with reality because like you'll run into so many people and like network with so many people that got the same story as you. So just like expand, just expand. Don't stop.
Friends.
Don't close your bubble. And that goes back to like friends or brothers.
For real. Like when I had lost my grandma, everybody that went to garden there, they knew, oh, he with his grandma. My grandma gonna be me because we had to go through some stuff to where she had to become my legal guardian, but they knew. And like my boy Jason had hit me up. You know Jason, Fat. Yeah, and he was like, he hit me up. I ain't talked to dude. When that happened, I think about 2 years we ain't talked. And he was my right hand man from 6th through 8th grade. And it was just like, that shows like no matter where you are, you leave an effect on people.
Yeah.
It's some people you leave a mark on their life, whether it's good or bad. I ain't feeling like there's some people, when some stuff has happened where I said some things and I know for a fact they're gonna forever remember that. But at the same time, there's also some people I've came across where I've helped them out with certain things or I gave them this certain type of advice where it's like, oh wow, like me and you had that talk when we came to Talladega and we were talking about relationships and everything. Me and Kai had a long talk in that car. That was a nice little 45 minutes ride. But we both got, I feel like we both got some stuff off our chest, tongue tied, that we just need to say. Sometimes that's all it takes. Some people deal with different things a little different. Some people feel like writing it down helps. That has never helped me. Talking to people has always helped me because if I ain't gonna talk about it, I'm holding in and that don't do nothing but cause bad things to happen.
And like you said, everyone has their own therapy, but I don't think that writing it down is good either. You're talking to yourself and you are going to give yourself the advice that you're already thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not getting advice on how to handle it. You're not, having another emotional dependency on anything else, which is typically good, but when you're hurt and you're down bad, sometimes you need that to get back up.
Sure. Stay helping me out with that. I was having a little problem with my girl. I'm thinking, oh, I messed up, like, tell y'all, that girl made everything now, for real. They was like, bro, you gotta stop overthinking. It ain't what you think it is. Stop letting your thoughts eat you up and kill you on the inside because it's not, you could be thinking one thing and it's something totally different. And I look at that with so many different things. Like when I first met Cole Abrams, I wouldn't have known about the loss of what was that? I think he lost his dad in a car accident. I think that's what it was. It was the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, some people, they come off as, oh, I'm good, I'm straight. And then sometimes you just gotta open up. Like, he always laughing, joking, smiling. David, he just ugly. Micaiah, everybody know Micaiah, you said Micaiah, you think Papa Do's. Like, truthfully. Papa Do's in the alley.
I don't think that's what they think now.
Not now. They probably think that now.
But then,
well, that's a different topic.
You still my dog. You still ugly though.
I was better than you.
Next, yeah.
So, I came upon this quote the other day, and It says, I came into this world crying while everyone was smiling. And I'm going to leave this world smiling while everyone crying. You, the viewer, I want you to take a second. Pause right now. Think about it. Interpret it. Analyze. All right? Welcome back. Do you guys want to talk about it, or you just want to leave it there?
Man,
That's a deep quote though.
We'll start off the next podcast talking about it.
yeah. So
We'll leave y'all some like to think about.
Yeah.
Type deal.
Yeah, you know, leave it in the comment section what you think that mean, how you feel about it, you know. But anything else you guys got?
Man, KB, man, you got first guest, man. How
Hey,
you
you
feel,
did a
man?
great job,
Y'all
man.
good, man. Hey, I gotta come back, man. We talking about
Sorry,
some
we
serious stuff on here.
For sure.
All right. Appreciate you guys for tuning into the podcast.
Let's go!
We'll catch y'all next week.